How's it going, my fellow operators? My name is Trey, or Shay. Let's go ahead and talk about two builds that I'm going to be talking in this video, and it's most importantly the weapon that I have been waiting for this whole year, and also waiting for Barrow to bring it, but it's here. But we're going to be talking about two weapons, including that is in the same name, but differently, the Vulkar and the Vulkar Wraith. So without any further ado, it is time to show you both versions of the Vulkar. The Vulkar is a sniper rifle that is obviously the Grenier, fitting the Grenier archetype. This one is actually the one that is, more importantly, something that you hear the snipers getting locked on you somehow and end up shooting the Vulkar shot. Or should we say, been used with the Grenier Ballistica, as they pronounce it? No, Ballistas, my bad. And this is obviously used a lot and a lot often. It manualizes the impact damage and has a very high status chance, so you better be warned. But with this case, the high status chance that we built it, actually I built it for, wasn't the one that I was expecting to be high in the beginning. However, the case, since the Vulkar Wraith has a difference, there is a change in there. I mean, I will show you a comparison right now, but let's go over to in fact, let's go over the stats of these two weapons right here, not to get any longer. So, first off, the Vulkar is a crit weapon, kinda, and this one has a little bit of accuracy issue. Just be warned. In this case, it will have recoil and some kick. The actual stats reads that it has a magazine of 6 and reload speed of 3, which you want to be in cover to do this. Stats at 25%, crit chance at 20%, and it's a semi-auto, obviously, with a fire rate of 5.0. So, and also with the other one, this Vulkar Wraith actually have a stats chance. I mean, a magazine of 8. Only difference is that it is impact, but there is no slash in the build for the Vulkar itself. And that's weird, but that's somehow been taken out, which is kind of a pain in my neck, because with impact weapons these days, yes, I would do that meme every time, you don't know, but yes, it is annoying for me to deal with. And the critical multiplier has not been changed, so that's the only things that we've seen, even though the damage is a little bit lower, but increase in impact. That's the only things that we know so far. So the Vulkar Wraith is available from Barrow. Of course, he had it last week, so I meant to do the video last week, and I forget. I got all hyped and ready to do the Vulkar Wraith build, but I forget to tell you about Barrow. The Vulkar Wraith is available from Barrow for 450 ducats, maybe more by the time you watch this video at a later date, and a certain amount of credits that you have to spend on this one as well too. The original Vulkar, if you do not have, is available in the market, even though it does have some slash. This is available for you in the market for 20,000 credits, or if you're trying to buy it for plat, it's 30. Excuse me. Try and buy it plat. I wouldn't recommend it if you wanted to, but it does need plastics and some, what is it, salvage, and what is this? Oh my bad. And does need some morphs and circuits. So I keep forgetting these things completely every time I look at the weapon as well. They both can crit, so obviously they both are crit liable, or qualified for crit and qualified for status. For a sniper rifle, in my opinion, it's a little bit different how I mod it. So this is gonna be the first time I actually do this build, and I can't give any ifs, ands, or buts, but I'm using a ribbon for this build. One of them too. So without any further rambling on or hesitation, even though the Vulkar is probably a decent sniper rifle to use, and it does have its own augment from New Loka, if you choose to side with New Loka, haha, you see what I did there, then you're able to get the augment, and it will be good indeed, but still certified because it has a strong ribbon disposition. But without any further ado, it is time to show you the two builds, or the daily dose of mods to use for both Vulkar variants. The normal Vulkar is a sniper, but I am using 5 formula with straight up Ys, excuse me, Vs. And I'm using Serration, Switch Chamber, Point Strike, Shred, Vital Sense, Infected Clip, High Voltage, and Lasting Purity. Infected and High Voltage is basically an elemental stat, but not dual stat. So basically, I am using it for just a slightly almost 2k corrosive damage. Of course, this is the build that had without the Riven in it. It does do some damage. You are gonna be critting. The numbers do matter a bit, but it's the reload speed that I tend to worry. And yes, the fire rate needs to be up higher. It is kind of a pain in the neck to deal with a slow fire rate unless you have. Yes, let me stop the running for a bit. Unless you have a shred mod in here or a fire rate mod included. If you don't, then you gotta follow the rhythm of the Vulkar itself. And it goes for same the Vulkar Wraith as well too. But for the other build in the Vulkar Wraith, it is almost the same, except I am using a Riven, and I just had to add in the, the Point Strike. I mean, yes, I am adding the Riven instead of Shred, because yes, there is no punch through, and it would be helpful more. But with the Riven instead, it gives it multi-shot electricity, gives it extra reload speed, so that's kind of a benefit for you when I'm on the field to reload. Still need to be in cover a bit just to reload the weapon, and I just got it anyway, so it's factory pricey. It's factory set. Get it? It's actually a thing, and it's kind of cool, except that you had a saturation decrease, so those numbers will drop really bad completely, and we probably won't be able to armor straight either. And the electricity will help, especially when you're trying to go for magnetic, corrosive, or maybe radiation builds in there as well too. Now, with the Vulkar Wraith build, technically, this is kind of like a good one because it can do almost 6k corrosive damage on status hit. I can switch this out to put a shred mod or maybe any stats mod, oh actually a hammer shot or anything else in there, but I chose to put this, leave it like this. Sometimes I can probably switch out if I wanted to, because the magazine is alright, the critting is alright indeed, but I may not keep the Riven for this long. I might re-roll it if I choose to. I mean, it's growing on me, just that I would like to see something like this pop up again. But if you've seen the God roll that I have encountered with one of the people in trade chat, then that was a really crazy one and expensive one as well too. When I mean expensive, I mean the platinum that I have is what they want. So basically, this is what the build I have and set for, and it works well in the beginning through time. And yeah, I usually use this with Naruto too. What the hell do I think about the Vulkar or the Vulkar Wraith? Well, the Vulkar Wraith with Lasting Purity, or should we say Lasting Wraith, is interesting. The Lasting Purity effect is actually pretty good. Last thing I need to tell you is the Lasting Purity. So dead aim means it gives it extra damage while you're aiming. So when you're not zoomed in, you're not getting the extra damage benefit. But if you are, you will. And of course, you get the AoE effect that does, with New Loka, corrosive damage. So this is better, because it'll work for armor, especially with Grenier, and obviously the Orokin units, aka heavy gunners or bombarders that like to shoot you all of the time. Let me try to talk a little bit slow to be wrapping the video. If you had to choose between the Vulkar or the Vulkar Wraith, which one you had to pick? Well, I would have to pick the Vulkar Wraith. Sure, I mean I could pick the Vulkar itself, even though it has a little bit of slash, but with the extra ammo, it's not a necessity, but it does kind of benefit a little bit of helpful in trying to get your shots off completely. And I have to be really mindful is that the red is kind of growing in on some people. There are some other color changes in here. I mean, I wish that they had a night watch camo for it. I mean, if they did, then that would be interesting. Very interesting indeed. But overall, it's an impact weapon. That's the downside with that. Reload speed is 3.0. That's something that I will be being a pain in the neck. That's why I have a ribbon for this. I mean, Trey will be able to help this as well. with the fire rate only, but no fire rate mod in here as well. That's another downside, and it's only a 50% crit. So if you're expecting a red crit with this weapon, don't expect it. It's less likely at all, but it's still a good weapon. They're both two good weapons. Give it a try. If you have in the market now, you should be able to find them. It should be a little cheaper at this time, but if you watch this at a later date, maybe Barrow will bring it again, because it's gonna be like hell, 100 platinum or 150, maybe more. But this was available when you played the Shadow Death, but now it's available for Barrow. So that means the next time Barrow comes, he will bring it to you, and I will probably do a Supra and Super Vandal video about this as well. So keep waiting for me to show you this stuff. But anyway, guys, that should be about it for today's video about the Vulkar and the Vulkar Wraith. I'm actually getting pretty hyped for Black Ops 3 getting its remastered maps, semi-mastered maps coming into Black Ops 3. I really can't wait to buy it, but I need the money to actually buy it too. Even though I have much, I just need it for extra stuff too. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, or didn't enjoy it at all, don't forget to leave a rating if you did within it. And also, if you want to hang out or see more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well too. But anyway, guys, my name is Trey or Shay, and I'll see you later. To my fellow operators, I'll see you later.